Hey there, it's Cubic Liquor. Now, the previous video was kind of a hectic topic, but I apologize for that because this video isn't going to be a hectic topic at all. I'm actually going to be speaking about consoles. Now, everyone knows what an Xbox is, yes? If you don't know what an Xbox is, you basically put a bunch of eggs in a box and then it's called an Xbox because there's 10 eggs. If you know what no Roman numeral is, basically the one line is one, two lines is two. Now, oh shit, I forgot my Roman numerals. Oh shit. Oh my bad. Okay, I'm sorry, but I know the X means 10, so that means Xbox. It's 10 eggs in a box. Now, the PlayStation actually was the original mind behind the Xbox, I think, because when the PS1 came out, everyone was excited. You could play the old Tomb Raider on that tiny disc. Man, I hated those things. I don't know why the disc was so tiny back then, but I guess it's because we never developed proper CDs back then, yes? Like the Blu-ray discs and everything. So, yes, you could play E.T., all the old-fashioned games on the PS1, including Crash Bandicoot, my favorite game of all time. Now, besides Crash Bandicoot, there's plenty of other great games. Like, oh god, I'm missing. I'm so sorry. Oh no, I just made the PS1 look like ass. But now going back to the Xbox. Now the Xbox is actually not made of eggs, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually made of a CPU inside and all bunch of yabba yabba stuff that makes the Xbox like revolutionary. For example, Halo, one of the true masterpieces back then. I only got to play it on PC, but on the Xbox you could actually do live voice chat, and it was amazing back then. You got tons of things. You get deathmatch, team slayer, is it Kingslayer or Oddball? I remember Oddball fondly. I remember that game mode. It was so cool. I never got a chance to play with people because I didn't have an Xbox, but I imagine how fun it would be. So yes, and that's the reason why I was excited when Halo Master Chief Collection was out, but it's not the same as before. But anyways, then I think afterwards, then people started comparing the two, like, oh no, you should buy the Xbox if you want to play Halo exclusively, or if you want to buy PlayStation, if you want to play Crash Bandicoot or all the other games, right? I think no, Ratchet and Clank only came out on the PS2 afterwards. So then came the PS2 and the Xbox, and I don't think Xbox released anything back then. They just kept with the Xbox. And then, yes, the PS2 was basically a revolutionary upgrade where Gran Turismo came out and everything, and that was amazing. They did Command and Conquer. I don't know. They didn't do Command and Conquer on the PS2, did they? But yes, I'm basically saying they released revolutionary games. For example, Ratchet and Clank 3. Okay, Up Your Arsenal, one of my favorite ones ever. One of my favorite Ratchet and Clank games ever, Up Your Arsenal. It's absolutely amazing. Please, if you haven't seen Ratchet and Clank before, even the series, go look at it because I love Ratchet and Clank, the iconic duo, and those games were amazing. Very fun, and even playing LAN party was really fun. Now the Xbox was still in its prime days. It didn't really release anything besides the Xbox. They didn't release an Xbox Two because they have weird numbering, and I'll demonstrate to you in a second. Now all the fun games you could play: Gran Turismo 13. 13 now it's a comic book shooting game if you don't know what 13 is because it kind of doesn't sound familiar. And you get the GTA series. Oh my days. GTA Liberty City Stories, GTA Vice City, GTA San Andreas, GTA 3. Those were masterpieces. I am telling you, those are amazing games created by Rockstar Games, and I'm so excited for GTA 6. Apparently, it has a $1 billion budget, but damn, if GTA 6 is so cool, I'm going to cry because I'm so excited that I'm still alive to experience GTA 6, and I'm young. That means that probably when I'm 50, GTA 7 will come. GTA 7 will come out, yeah. Or no, I'm over exaggerating. Maybe when I'm 30 or 40. Okay, not 50. Damn. Imagine playing GTA at 50 years old. You must be a true gamer back then. Okay, because I imagine we're 50 years old and remembering Among Us. But yes, besides Among Us, you gotta you got the PS2 era. Now I don't know why people compare the Xbox to the PS2 because I don't really think there was a comparison back then. But anyways, besides the graphics and the games, you couldn't really compare anything because PS2 had a lot of exclusives and the Xbox had just one mainline exclusive. Like for example, Halo. Basically Halo, and Halo 2 came out, which took the world by storm. So, afterwards, the PS3 came out. And now, why am I telling you all how they started evolving? Because people don't realize that the PS3 and the Xbox 360 had a big battle. And also, the previous Xbox and the PlayStations weren't necessarily to compare to because back then they had to compete against other consoles. I don't know what's with this console war situation because why isn't it Xbox, then it's PlayStation, then it's Nintendo, then it's Sega. Because did you know that they also invented arcade machines back then? No one gave a shit about the PS2 because there was a bunch of arcade machines back then. Instead of buying a whole PS2 to play games on at home, they could just play it at an arcade. You could play beat 'em up games. Like I love the beating up games back then on the Atari, and all like on the oh god, what kind of Atari game are we talking about? What the hell? What the hell is that? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did I just say a beat 'em up game on Atari? I'm so sorry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I can imagine the graphics is gonna be like, oh shit, I'm gonna punch him with my pixel heads. Thing goes flying up the map. 2 frames a second. Oh god, okay. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just thought of that in my head. A beat 'em up game on a toy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Damn it. On it, I know, man. No, man. I'm making fun of Atari. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Besides Atari being a video game company, man, it's I just you can't imagine a beat 'em up game on Atari. I mean, if someone actually made that, turn my pants up, down, and spank me sideways, because I don't even know what that should. I wouldn't even know how that would work, man. The thing runs on 2 megabyte game. No, not even 2 megabyte, 550 kilobyte game console, man. Honestly, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm smiling and I'm crying about this, but I just couldn't imagine a beat 'em up game being on Atari. Let's go back to the previous topics. Now, the beat 'em up games on those Sega consoles, yes, especially the Sega Genesis and those bolt consoles that used to stand up in the arcade when you could play Street Fighter. Chun-Li, one of my favorite characters in Street Fighter. Now, uh, for explicit reasons, I will not say, but yes, she was a very good character, and obviously, she was dangerous. And not only Chun Li was dangerous, but Gale. Oh shit, I'm forgetting names. Most of the names I can remember is from the Modern Combat series, but I can't even remember any of the Street Fighter names because when I used to play it when I was young, I didn't even know the names. I just knew how the characters looked. I know most of the characters how they look. I just don't know the names in them. Kind of sad, because I wasn't a teenager back then. So yeah. So then it came to the Xbox 360 and the PS3 days. Obviously, the Xbox 360 dominated. Like, it bent the PS3 over and spanked it so hard with all of its games and all of its functionality. The PS3 just sucked. Well, not actually sucked. They got the Uncharted series, which was really cool. Sadly, we couldn't play it. Actually, funny thing is, we got the PS3 before the Xbox 360. We only got the Xbox 360 when I only got to play the Xbox 360s when I went to my family relative's place. And then when I went to my other family relative's place, I have 2 family relatives, my family is confusing, then I got to play on the PS3. So it was basically a mix between. And the Xbox 360 games, the ones I fondly know is the Borderlands, Borderlands 2, and then all those exclusives. like the Gears of War franchise, Halo 3, one of my best favorite games of all time. Halo 3, masterpiece. And the rest is self-explanatory. You get tons of games on Xbox 360. I just didn't remember a lot of them, like Darksiders, then it was Darkness 2, and then what was it? Oh, goodness. There was a ton of games on the Xbox 360. GTA 4, yes, one of the iconic ones. But I beg to differ because GTA 4 probably ran way better on the PS3. I'm sorry. I don't know, but I think GTA 4 ran way better on the PS3 because I played GTA 4 on the PS3 and man, the graphics weren't as pixely and so distorted as the Xbox 360. I'm sorry, Xbox 360 fans. Like, I love the Xbox 360. Like, I have an Xbox myself, the Xbox One. So yes, exactly. I don't know if between the two, but I do know that the graphic differentiates very well, and that's it. I think the PS3 just had a few more exclusives like Gran Turismo. I didn't really see the. I don't know Insomniac Games. Insomniac Games made uh Ratchet and Clank on the PS3. I think they did, but it didn't really stand out to me. As a gamer myself, it didn't really stand out to me. I just played the Assassin's Creed games, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 3, all those games, you know. And the God of War series. Oh my gosh, the masterpieces. Now, what I'm forgetting to mention is one of the games that stood out before with all of them, and I didn't get to play it until 2 years ago, is Psychonauts. Now, if you don't know what Psychonauts is, it's basically a mental. It's a game about jumping into people's brains and making sure that they are stable. They're mentally stable inside their head, and they don't start doing crazy shit. Now, that's the reason why I love Raz so much. I had it as my profile pic, but then my ex girlfriend said, What am I doing?" Like, she didn't really like Raz's face, so I kind of had to take him off, which was very disappointing, actually. I felt sad because Raz literally has the most innocent looking face in that entire series, man. Seriously. But Psychonauts really stood out to me back then, but I only could play it 2 years ago because I didn't have enough money or I just saw it on the store, but I couldn't play it. So yeah, it's a very fun game. If you don't know what Psychonauts is, you can play Psychonauts 2, which is the latest one. And it's quite a fun game, definitely. It's very fun. Xbox exclusive only, sadly. But yes, trust me, go play it. It's fun. Story wise, amazing. Gameplay wise, a bit tedious, but it's okay. It's very fun. Now, the PS4 and the Xbox One, this is when the console wars really started. I don't know, because console wars hasn't been a thing back then until now. And I'm not saying 2023. I'm saying back in the 20 like in 2018. 2018 they were already complaining about console wars. Like there were so many videos about console wars, like Flash gets made a console wars video. And so many people started comparing the two. But in all honesty, the PS4 literally wins. I'm sorry. For Xbox, I love Xbox. Let me tell you, Xbox fans, I love Xbox for its games and the Game Pass and cheapness. Now, you see what I said there. Rewind, let's rewind a little. For the games and the cheapness. Exactly. Did you hear what I said there again? Cheapness. It's a bit cheaper than the PS4. And let me explain why, alright? Not about software compatibility or whatever. It's about the frame rate and the games that are running. I played, okay, let me do a stupid example, but I'm going to tell you anyways because it's not, listen to me, I don't play Fortnite all my life. I just play it when I get the chance to, and then I just leave it. I haven't played Fortnite in the past 7 days. Meaning, I just didn't want to play it because I had nothing to do on it anymore. The battle pass is finished and whatever. I'm not gonna go buy skins like a dumbass. You just wait until the next battle pass, and then you play, and then you wait, and you play, and then you wait. Okay, and I don't care about the skins. Okay, I did care about the Dead Space skin, but I mean, seriously, who wouldn't buy Isaac Clarke? Seriously, man. Oh, what are video games doing to me? But the PS4 has better visual and graphic wise, and it has better frame rates than the Xbox One. I'm sorry, you can play Death Stranding on a PS4, but you can't play Death Stranding on the Xbox One. You know why? Because the old Xbox One, which is the one I have, the original Xbox One, which is the one I have, the original. I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself, but the very, very, very original Xbox One, like I have, can't play Death Stranding. Death Stranding and Deathloop is on the Game Pass. I think Death Stranding is taken off the Game Pass, but on the Game Pass there was a game called Deathloop. I can't play it now because I can't play Deathloop because the Xbox One is the original. It's not the Xbox Series S or X. PS4 didn't give a shit whether they're compatible or whatever. They had good firmware in the PS4. They had good software, they had good firmware, they had good hardware. That's the reason why they could pump out games like a God of War Ragnarok on the PS4. And they could pump out games like The Last of Us Part 2 on the PS4 as well, man. Pump out games like Death Stranding. And then another game like Deathloop. You could just pump out games effortlessly on the PS4 because it look amazing. Right? You don't need Xbox. Now the problem is Xbox has to upgrade to an Xbox Series S or X because and then you can't play those games because the Xbox just can't handle it. Now the PS4 can handle anything practically because they made it so good. The hardware is so good inside that it will run more AAA games as the years go by. I'm not saying the Xbox is bad. You can still run amazing games like Metal Gear Solid 5, okay? The Phantom Pain, one of my favorite games, by the way. So, yes. The whole console war generation, let me just tell you one thing. The PS4 is good for hardware compatibility and video game visually, the quality is amazing. But the Xbox wins like drastically by price because you get tons of video games on the Game Pass and you get tons of game exclusives. Not game exclusive, but literally Xbox bought Bethesda for goodness sake. You can play Skyrim practically for free if you have Game Pass. You can play all the exclusives of Bethesda. Starfield, right, about the previous video when I talked about Skyrim and Starfield. Starfield is going to come out on the Game Pass literally when it releases. That means you get to play Starfield as soon as it releases on the Game Pass. I don't care about anything else, but you get to play Starfield as soon as it comes out. And all the games you get to try before you can actually buy it is actually fun. It's amazing that you get to try so many games on the Game Pass. For example, Goat Simulator. Not the Goat Simulator 3. Don't get me wrong, not Goat Simulator 3. Goat Simulator, the original one. So yes, you get so many exclusives, man. People should stop complaining. I don't care if Xbox buys it. Just get an Xbox. Or let me tell you something. If you have a PC, if you have a very good PC, for those PC race, the master race, okay? I'm talking about exclusively the master race right now because you can't play Barotrauma on a console, can you? No, you can't. You can't play Gary's Mod on a console, can you? No, you can't. Can you play Rust on a console? Yes, but it sucks. I'm sorry. I don't know why they put it into console. I'm glad that people got to play it, but no, 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 no. I don't think Rust is made for console, man. There's no possible way Rust is made for console. Can you play Half-Life? Okay, you probably play Half-Life 2 on console. But you get the idea. There's tons of exclusively and everything that you can play on PC only. Now do you understand that? So yeah, besides the PC Master Race and everything doing that, I think it's quite amazing that people got to play games all around. Like if you're a PC Master Race person, just go on PC Game Pass. As I was about to say, just go PC Game Pass and you can play tons of games. You can play tons of games. I'm telling you, there's so many games that you can play besides what you can play on Xbox because the PC is more compatible with more things than the Xbox can. So don't complain. If you have a PC, just go to the Xbox app, and then you can play a bunch of games from the Xbox on the PC. And plus, it saves your progress. So in case you get an Xbox one day, you can just go on the Xbox and play the cross save. And it's amazing. You can do exactly the same on PC. So you don't have to whine about it. You practically have an Xbox on the PC itself, for goodness sake, man. So yes, the whole console race is so stupid. Like, I didn't really think it was funny. But I always thought, oh, the Xbox wins, and I always used to brag that I have an Xbox. But in all honesty, the PS4 wins visually. I'm sorry, but I can't deal with the visual changes on Xbox. Like, it's very noticeable, man. Damn. Like, Man, like, take. The reason why I'm putting Fortnite out there because it's such a big change. Okay, go play. If you have a PS4 and an Xbox One, or your friend has a PS4, you have an Xbox One, go play on the Xbox One and on the PS4 at the same time and link it up to the same monitor. I have a relatively good monitor, so it looks nice. I linked the PS4 up. It looks amazing. It looks way better than the Xbox One. I'm sorry. When I connected the Xbox One up, you could see the little fuzzy graphics a little bit. You could see it a little bit. It's like the internal resolution kind of decreased and made it filter that'll filter it out so you don't really see it, but you just see it like a little bit smoother. But the PS4 has sharp to edge graphics. It anti-aliasing all the way to the top. So that's the great thing about PS4. The games look phenomenal. Basically, yes. The games look phenomenal and you don't have to worry about visual changes or anything. So that's the downside of Xbox. And that's basically it. If you liked it, oh please. I keep forgetting to say subscribe. Please subscribe. Come on, man. Like the video and stuff. If you don't like my voice and you don't like what you heard, then I'm sorry. Okay, I hope to impress you in the newest video. Anyways, I'm gonna see you. Bye bye. Bye bye.